Caribjet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 30 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. Caribjet, True Blue St. George's. The number one for travel.
Anticipated kids event is happening on Saturday, 16th April, Easter Saturday.
Easter Kids Extravaganza.
The Easter Kids Extravaganza. Monroe's Playing Field, 1 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Easter Saturday, rides and slides.
Obstacle courses, rock climb, bouncy castles, and much more. Then from 6 p.m., we move stateside for special performances from IMG Fuego, the Magico Circus from Cuba, alongside Fawn, Looney's Park, and Electrify. Admission kids, $5. Adults, $10. Parents, guardians, get the kids ready. Easter Saturday, Monroe's Playing Field. Something not to be missed.
Experienced drivers, you've ruled the road. Now you can enjoy the rewards with Beacon's 50+ car insurance plan. Get hassle-free sign-up, affordable payment options, and a free windscreen cover. Call us at 440-4447 or log on to beacon.co.tt and get driving with Beacon today.
It's Wednesday, 6th April 2022, and you're watching the evening edition of news here on MTV. Coming up tonight, the fiancé of one of the missing boat crew pleads with the authorities to hasten the recovery process. Spotlight Initiative joins the Caribbean Employers Confederation and the Caribbean Congress of Labor to address gender-based violence in the workplace. Spicemas Corporation rolls out Plan B for Carnival 2022. And in sports, Grenadians making moves in intersecondary schools for sports championships in Jamaica. The details of these and more after the break.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere. The Grenlec mobile app. Download for 24/7 access.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening, I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence with the details. Eric Caliste is one of the men yet to be found after the vessel MV Fairchance encountered some difficulties after leaving Trinidad over the weekend. Our news desk spoke to Rena Williams, the fiancée of Caliste, who, though saddened, said she and her children are trying to cope while still hoping for the best. She is pleading with the authorities to move with some level of swiftness and hasten the recovery process. Donella Hostin commences this evening's news coverage with that story.
The Trinidad Coast Guard is spearheading the search and rescue mission for the missing men who were on board the vessel MV Fair Chance, which encountered difficulties just 90 minutes after leaving the base in Trinidad. 2 of the crewmen who reportedly managed to climb onto the hull after the boat overturned were rescued and taken to Trinidad. One of the missing men is Grenadian Eric Caliste. Our news desk spoke to Renee Williams, Eric's fiancée. She says this is a very rough time for her and her 2 daughters, 9 and 6 years old. Williams said the last time she spoke to Eric was just about 1 o'clock on the day of the incident.
He really did complain to me Thursday, Friday, even Saturday when he was by the island. Before he believed the connection, he called me to say, well, we shot by the jail, which is probably the same area where they stopped. So I spoke to him after 1 hour in the drive-through of KFC in a place called St. James at the time when he called.
She says no one from the authorities or agency has contacted her, and she believes they are taking too long to do what needs to be done.
I call the agent because I usually do, go and collect box there and about trafficking with anybody, any one of them both whichever desire. And because I know the agent who does with that set boat, nobody contacted me, just not other than my mother. She let me know. So as far as I know, when the boat gets any difficulties, the obviously closer will go, and then the translator will do the towing, and then yesterday will do the diving. And to me, I know I hear and I say, they're going to try to slow the boat today, and then tomorrow, 24 hours again, to enter the boat. Why are they taking so long? They're allowing these men to die. They have skilled divers. Divers are doing underwater welding. So why they can't send them underwater divers? I was asking for the assistance from signature because everything is talking about that Prime Minister all the time.
Williams has also taken to social media with her cries for help. She says her children are not taking it well. They too have posted prayers and drawings on social media about their father, and she is trying her best to comfort them.
It really upsetting me, really, because my children now is what I worry about. They cry, they stop the cry when they don't worry about what she cry. I had to come to her, I explained to her, I don't know. And I just hold on. My head, but no one's hurting in my head hurting me since Saturday. I just want some news or some closure.
She told our news desk that she and Eric were set to get married later in the year, and this situation is taking a toll on her. According to recent reports, the Trinidad and Tobago Coast Guard is in the process of towing the vessel to shallow waters to continue search and rescue operations. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hosten.
Officers of the Immigration Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force discussed their plans going forward as it relates to keeping Grenada safe, as well as plans for Spice Mass 2022, now that the state of emergency has been revoked as announced by Attorney General D.F. Forrester.
Superintendent Leroy Joseph, head of the Immigration and Passport Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, highlighted plans going forward at the ports of entry as the regulations have been revoked. According to him, now that the regulations have been lifted and the country is now back to some form of normalcy, there will also be an easement at the ports of entry.
Prior to the lockdown, the COVID-19, we had 11 ports of entry and island operating. So they was fully functional, the ports of entry. And due to COVID, we had restricted 11 ports to 7 ports of entry, which was operational. We had 2 in Carriacou, Lauriston Airport and Carriacou Marina, 1 port of entry for yachts in Grenada, Port Louis, then Bishop International Airport, we had Grenville, the main cruise ship terminal and the main cargo terminal. So therefore we have 7 operational prior to the lifting. So the emergency powers regulation has been lifted from the 4th, as we all know. And so therefore, the restriction also has been lifted for travelers to Grenada.
However, Superintendent Joseph explained, Grenadians by descent now have to register in the Ministry of Home Affairs to become citizens of Grenada. He explained the registration birth certificate.
Now, you can bring in your mother birth certificate, either mother or father birth certificate, and your birth certificate with the regular prescribed form and the prescribed fee, and obtain a passport. But that has since changed. Now, you have to register in Ministry of Home Affairs to become a citizen. That doesn't mean to say you're not a citizen before registration, but you have to register your citizenship. So in other words, you were born in Grenada, I assume. You register to become a citizen of Grenada. So you have a registration birth certificate, number 10 of 1995, whatever. But if you're born in Grenada, you didn't register, or you was born here, you're not a citizen of Grenada because you didn't register.
Right.
Okay, so similarly, the person by descent, they are unregistered citizen, but you have a right to be a citizen of Grenada.
For MTV News, Troy Gill.
Under the advice of health officials, the government and other stakeholders, Spice Mass Corporation has opted to adjust the format for Spice Mass 2022. According to the chairman of the corporation, Ambassador Ali Gill, they have reverted to pre-COVID conditions with no bubble events and no discrimination between vaccinated and unvaccinated patrons. However, he warns that the situation remains fluid and people still need to protect themselves. Here is Donella Hostin with that story.
Spice Mass 2022 is well on its way. With protocols lifted and the country no longer operating under a state of emergency, the Spice Mass Corporation, SMC, has announced that they are rolling out Plan B, which, according to Chairman Ambassador Ali Gill, means they will be reverting to pre-COVID conditions. He further explained what is expected to happen.
All of the shows will be held as per normal, as for pre-COVID-19 conditions. What that means is that Monday night mass and Tuesday parade of the bands would begin at a new starting point. There will be no need for the bubble, as we had explained, around the Tantin area. Both Monday night mass and Tuesday parade of the bands will start from the Grandins Main Road, the Wall Street area to be exact, and make its way up to the Carnage. The Monday night mass will have an element of a steel band parade starting at the Kirani James Boulevard onto the Carnage. That will precede the Monday night mass bands as we know them.
Although there will be no mass competition, they will have a display of mass bands.
All of the non-competing bands are free to portray whatever they wish to portray. And I am certain that most of you would have seen the advertisements already out for these bands. Tuesday parade will start at 10 a.m., 10 in the morning. That, we believe, is a transformational change. The traditional mass parade returns to Victoria in the parish of St. Mark, as per pre-COVID.
As it relates to Juve in Surtees, there is one change to the size of the trucks that will be allowed onto Main Street. He says no large trailers will be allowed. This decision was based on the recommendations of stakeholders. He says the virtual aspect of Spice Mass will remain, as this is a way to reach more people in the diaspora. One official aspect the chairman noted was the official last lap on the Saturday after Carnival, when the winners will be displayed. This, Chairman Gill said, is dubbed au revoir.
And if you know, au revoir means thank you, see you soon. It doesn't mean goodbye. So we're telling the visitors, we're telling the Grenadians from the diaspora, see them soon in 2023. So we have on that display on the Carnage, the winners of the Soca Monarch, the winners of the Groovy, the winners of the Calypso Monarch, the winners of Panorama, and of course, Her Highness, the Carnival Queen of 2022, will be on display.
Carnival will be officially launched on April 29th. Despite the lifting of protocols, the SMC chairman is reminding the public that they still need to be careful as COVID is still around. He warned that Plan B can change as the COVID situation remains fluid. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
The T.A. Marisha Community College Tantin campus employees are frustrated with the treatment meted out to them, and that's according to Adoni Johnson, chairperson of the TAMCC Lecturers Association. According to him, workers are faced with many challenges and complications at the institution, and the authorities remain numb. Nikita Hostin reports.
Speaking during the Grenada Union of Teachers press briefing on Wednesday, Chair of the TAMCC Lecturers Association, Adoni Johnson, highlighted issues that have been significantly affecting the institution, one of which is salary increase that is due to them. He says promises were made by the government but were not kept.
It is 1 decade since we would have received salary increase. I mean, that's phenomenal. And we're not asking for sympathy, we're looking for empathy. Meaning what? We want persons to put themselves in our position. Since 2009 to 2012 government negotiations with the union, we would have received a 2% increase. That's in 2012. Now we're at 2022 and we have not had any salary increases.
According to Johnson, another issue is the pension policy at the college.
We have a pension plans situation in the college which we term it a Bermuda Triangle type pension situation, where we have a pension policy that is not a legal document that has not been signed. We have situations where we have retired persons not able to get the funds in the plan, but we have persons who have not been retired who are able to collect from the plan. I mean, this is really a Bermuda Triangle type phenomenon. Meaning what? It's unexplained. It is outside of the norms in terms of how documents are treated, how plans are treated, how financial transactions are done, financial documents are treated, pension plan, how it's actually done. I mean, it is unexplained, and we need for these issues to be sorted out.
Johnson says the college is experiencing breaches in policy and unfairness relating to salary increases.
Seems that policies are fluid, specific to persons, and which creates what? Lack of equity across the board. And it also places a burden on the college in terms of their financial obligations. But what we want is that for us to be looked upon as a college, it is being managed properly, persons are treated fairly, and all of the issues that we have highlighted so far are purely objective issues, they are not subjective issues, and we want persons to be respected for their jobs, be respected for what is done, and we want a management structure that respects the college employees, respect the college lecturers, and ensure that what benefits are due to them are being met out to them in the most equitable and fair manner.
According to Johnson, TAMCC deserves more as it is one of Grenada's main institutions. He's calling on the relevant authorities to deal with these issues urgently. MTV News sought a response from the Ministry of Education and was told we will get an interview on Thursday.
That's the first segment. More news when we come back.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Imagine having the home of your dreams. Imagine investing in that piece of property you can call your own. Imagine finally doing that home improvement project you've always been thinking about. It's time to stop imagining and start doing. Let the GUT Credit Union help you take the first step with fantastic rates, affordable repayments, and reduced legal fees. Make the move. Get better terms on your mortgage. Use your home equity to make those dreams a reality. Act now. There's really no place like home. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
announcing a wide range of gifts and clothing just in time for Easter. Come on down, check out Q Babies, from newborns to 14-year-olds. Buy one, get one free on selected items. 50% discount on children's shoes. Q Baby, located at the corner of Young and Scott Street, St. George's. We stock cribs, playpens, strollers, and a whole lot more. Q Baby, making Easter special. Your one-stop shop, just in time for Easter.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business,
For your education,
for your financial freedom,
for that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Welcome back. During the launch of the joint regional efforts between the Caribbean Employers Confederation and the Caribbean Congress of Labor under the Spotlight Initiative, one union leader says gender-based violence in the workplace can negatively impact productivity and the necessary policy must be developed to mitigate such practices. Troy Gill has more.
President of the Caribbean Congress of Labor, Andre Lewis, said the decision to work together and collaborate on a regional level to eradicate gender-based violence in the workplace was an easy choice to make. Lewis was speaking at the virtual launch of the joint regional effort between the Caribbean Employers Confederation and the Caribbean Congress of Labor under the Spotlight Initiative on Wednesday.
When we speak of gender-based violence in the world of work, we are referring to a range of unacceptable behaviors and practices or threats thereof, whether a single or repeated occurrence that aimed at, result in, or are likely to result in physical, psychological, sexual, or economic harm, and includes gender-based violence and harassment.
He said the work of the labor movement must extend beyond securing decent wages and other traditional benefits. President of the Caribbean Employers Federation is Wayne Chen.
You see, the vision of the Caribbean Employers Confederation is to be the main advocate for the resolution of labor market issues for Caribbean employers and to be the coordinating body for the development of the social responsibility of enterprises in the Caribbean territories. Advocacy and activism aren't new to us. We have upheld this vision for the past 60 years and continue to respond to the evolving needs. This is why the development of a joint regional policies and advocacy strategies to eradicate gender-based violence at the workplace is a matter that we fully endorse.
Delivering the feature address was Director of the United Nations Fund for Population Activities, or UNFPA, Caribbean, Alison Drayton.
Violence against women and girls is one of the most prevalent human rights violations in the world, and it knows no social, economic, or national boundaries. Survivors of violence can suffer sexual and reproductive health consequences, including forced or unintended pregnancies, unsafe abortions, traumatic fistula, sexually transmitted infections, including HIV, and even death, all of which is detrimental to productivity in the workplace.
The Spotlight Initiative is a multi-sectoral approach to engage civil society, government, state institutions, and communities to eradicate all forms of family violence against women and girls. The launch was an expansion of the Spotlight Initiative, where Caribbean employers and labor unions will collaborate to develop a policy to address gender-based violence in the workplace. For MTV News, Troy Gill.
Several new National Party ministers have been unanimously re-elected as the caretaker candidates for the upcoming general elections, including Minister Delma Thomas and Kate Lewis. Our news desk spoke to the chairman of the party, Roland Bowler, about these developments.
Ministers Kate Lewis and Delma Thomas have been selected by their constituents as emerging caretakers for the upcoming elections. According to Roland Bowler, chair of the NNP, once candidates are preparing for an election, individuals must go through a selection phase.
So what we had last night happening is that in two constituencies, St. Andrews Northeast and St. Andrews Northwest, the respective parliamentary reps in those areas had to go before the people. For the people to make a determination whether or not they would want to select them or someone else as a caretaker, who hopefully then will be launched as a candidate for the new National Party. So the results from those two selections last night at the Tivoli RC School and the Bel Government School, respectively, for St. Andrews Northeast and St. Andrews Northwest, is that we saw the present parliamentary reps emerging as the caretaker. They were the people chosen. Sister Kate Lewis at the Tivoli RC School and Sister Delma Thomas at the Parkwood Government School.
Bowler spoke of the process the caretakers have to go through before launching as official candidates for the NNP.
Thus far, the report has been sent to the executive, the national executive, and in particular the selection committee. So out of the national executive, you have a selection committee. That committee has quickly put things together, and they were advanced planning. So what we would see happening is that this coming Sunday, the 10th of April, at Dunfermline in St. Andrews from 5 p.m. in the afternoon, those two caretakers that has been chosen by the respective constituencies will be launched as official candidates for the new National Party.
He says in the coming days, more candidates will be selected.
The process will continue. So in the upcoming weeks, you would hear announcements from the party as to who the next bunch will be, whether it would be an individual or you would do a double like we're doing on Sunday, or in some cases you may do 3 or 4 together. The dynamics will change, and it all depends on timing and the mood. And
Nikita Houston, MTV News.
Students of the St. David RC School today showcased their creativity and style through their participation in a Hat Day initiative. The parade highlighted several sizes, shapes, and decorated hats. Here are some highlights of the day's event.
Teacher Shirley Telesford from St. David's RC School. I'm in charge of the infant department, and along with preschool, we decided to have our little hat parade today. It's the second time we are having it, and we had it the last time around, and some people didn't get a chance to take part, but more people took part this time around, and so far they are enjoying it. Well, because it's Easter time, and we usually have little activities in school, so because it's Easter time, we said Easter is like a celebration, and so we said maybe hats and Easter bunny, and so we could be part of it and let them enjoy being part of Easter celebration. Next time around, we plan to have a little more activities, or we will have a little judging of the hats where we could judge the persons with the prettiest hat, the biggest hat, you know, the most creative hats and so.
My name is Donna Kutin, and I'm a parent of 3 children in the school here. And this is my daughter here, and this is my son. And I think that the hat parade is a nice thing for them children, like a nice thing for them children and them. And then a lady in town that made the hat for me, I didn't remember her name, but she made the hat for me. And I dressed them children of the hats.
Today's Hat Day and I'm feeling great.
Okay, can you tell us something about your hats and where you got your hats? Who made it for you?
I got my hat in town and it have decorations.
Okay, so you like your hats? Okay.
Today we're having Hat Day and I'm feeling excited.
Very good. Why are you feeling excited, Eva?
Because we're having dance and pictures.
So can you tell us about your hats? Who made your hats, and tell us something about the hats?
My cousin Foxy make it for me, and I like it because they have flowers. I feel happy.
Why are you happy?
Because today is Hat Day.
Okay, and tell us about your hats and who made the hats.
I got this hat from my grandmother.
So your grandmother made your hat for you? So I have to come by Granny to get one then?
Today is Hat Day. And we having ice cream and cake.
Okay, so you're having a little party after? Okay, that's nice. So tell us something about your hat.
My hat is green.
What else?
And it have egg on it.
That's the second segment of news. Your weekly health feature is next.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
We support you at every stage of your life.
For business.
For your education.
For your financial freedom.
For that new ride.
Upgrade your life with the Communal. Contact us today.
Glam out in the best names and designer frames with Quartz Optical. Buy one stylish frame and get 50% off your second pair. Sport your favorite Armani, Converse, Vogue, and many more frames for less. Get an additional 10% off and pay nothing for 30 days when you pay with Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Don't miss the opportunity to glam out, only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer available while stocks last. Special conditions apply.
The Nawasa app brings the power of Nawasa's customer service experience to you. Instant, conversational, and smart. Easy access anywhere. Get bill balance, transaction history for up to 6 months, report a fault, link to websites, view payment centers, contact information, push notifications, and multi-tenant accounts, all in a secure login platform. Like a self-service concierge app, mobile.nawasa.gd gets you the support you need much faster. Available on both Android and iOS platforms. mobile.nawasa.gd, your customer support companion. Nawasa, committed to meeting customers' needs.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you love Super 6
even more.
With more money to the jackpot galore.
Play more, win more,
have more fun.
With more jackpot money, Super 6 is my number one.
With the new and improved Super 6 game,
the jackpot keep growing and growing and growing.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
The most anticipated kids event is happening on Saturday, 16th April, Easter Saturday.
Easter Kids Extravaganza.
The Easter Kids Extravaganza. Monrouge Playing Field, 1 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Easter Saturday, rides and slides.
Obstacle courses, rock climb, bouncy castles, and much, much more. Then from 6 p.m., we move stateside for special performances from IMG Fuego, the Magico Circus from Cuba, alongside Vaughan, Looney's Park and Electrify. Admission kids, $5. Adults, $10. Parents, guardians, get the kids ready. Easter Saturday, Monrouge Playing Field. Something not to be missed.
Health-wise, and MTV News comes to you compliments Sunrise Diagnostic Center.
Need quality medical service, professional and warm laboratory experience? Tired of waiting days for your lab results to make diagnosis? You have found your solution at Sunrise Diagnostic Center, located at Unit Number 9, New NIS Building, Melville Street, St. George's, and Canal Road, Grenville, St. Andrew, in the hub of the town, catering to your medical needs. Private, accurate, and confidential laboratory service with same-day results. Walk in or schedule your ultrasound with results with 24 to 48 hours. Our opening hours in St. George's are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Canal Road, Mondays to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Open on Sundays and public holidays for emergency calls only. 24-hour on-call service is available for emergency laboratory purposes. We meet you where you are, home or office. Special group rates are available. For more information, you can contact us today.
Thursday, April 6th is recognized as World Health Day, and for today's Healthwise, we are speaking with Senior Environmental Health Officer in the Ministry of Health, Kenny James, on this year as a theme and the role we all must play in protecting our environment.
Mr. James, can you share with us what is the theme for this year's recognition? And how significant is this year's theme?
The theme for this year's celebration is our planet, our health. And this is very significant. And if you look at the theme, it shows some measure of possession. Our health, planet. It says ownership there, and we own our health. The planet belongs to us, and we, as for instance, human beings have the most dominant influence on our planet. We share it with many other organisms. That biosphere that we live in, it is shared, but we as human beings have the greatest influence in this biosphere that we share. And it's incumbent upon us to ensure that we preserve, protect that biosphere. And it can be affected by things that we do. The Ministry of Health, we have the Environmental Health Department, and our role or responsibility is to monitor and mitigate factors within our environment that can have deleterious effect on human beings. And if we look out there, you'll see there are many factors that can have deleterious effect on us as human beings. For instance, sanitation. We look at sanitation, we look at food hygiene, we look at the disposal of refuse, air pollution. All these are factors in the environment that can affect us. So we need to do things in such a way that will negate any sort of effect on our health.
What are some of the practices that people engage in that is harmful to the environment? Also within the context of what I would have just mentioned in terms of indiscriminate dumping of refuse and so forth. Do you think that people are cognizant of their actions and the rippling effect of it?
Some people are, but what I can see from our end, we recognize that people think that way, that out of sight, out of mind, For instance, they will have tires to dispose of and they will find any little creek or cranny or any form of garbage or refuse that they need to dispose of. They will find any way they can hide it. But the thing is, these things come back to affect us.
You're watching the evening edition of news here on MTV. We'll be back after the break.
Health-wise at MTV News came to you compliments Sunrise Diagnostic Center.
Need quality medical service, professional and warm laboratory experience? Tired of waiting days for your lab results to make diagnosis? You have found your solution at Sunrise Diagnostic Center, located at Unit Number 9, New NIS Building, Melville Street, St. George's, and Canal Road, Grenville, St. Andrew, in the hub of the town, catering to your medical needs. Private, accurate, and confidential laboratory service with same-day results. Walk in or schedule your ultrasound with results with 24 to 48 hours. Our opening hours in St. George's are Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. On Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. And on Canal Road, Mondays to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And on Saturdays, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. Open on Sundays and public holidays for emergency calls only. 24-hour on-call service is available for emergency laboratory purposes. We meet you where you are, home or office. Special group rates are available. For more information, you can contact us today.
Regional highlights are next.
The third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
My name is Dominic Lawrence. I'm a police officer by profession, and I've been a member of Arizo now for about 20 years or less. I chose to join Arizo because I've been hearing some good stuff about them. And my sister was a member before me. She told me about her good experience that she had with Arizo. What I like most about Arizo is the way they treat you as a member. They take good care of you. They help you in very, very good ways. They have some good products in place to help you. I've been able to budget a lot better because of the products and things that they have in place to help us as members. I love it when you call Ariza and the way they would answer the phone. Ariza, how can we make you smile? I would like to take this time now to congratulate Ariza on the 75 years of service to the people of Grenada.
We now join Clifton James for this evening's Regional Roundup.
Good evening with tonight's MTV Regional Roundup. I am Clifton James. A celebration of the life of Dexter Black Stewart continued today with a funeral service in Trinidad, which was attended by relatives and entertainers from across the region. According to this TTT News report, ahead of the funeral service, Tobagonians honoured the soca artist with a candlelit procession on Tuesday evening.
Shorty Promotions and friends clad in t-shirts with printed photos of blacks hosted a candlelight procession. They took to the streets of Mason Hall, chipping alongside a music truck playing all his hits. Organizer of the event, Kenneth Otley, described blacks as his close friend.
Blacks in Tobago is by me is to stay. And I have to do this because the good relationship we have with blacks. Plenty of shooting music, but I was into music. You know, so true that me and blacks was good. We go to Trinidad, we go Miami, all over, we're together.
Another friend of the late soca artist Caston Williams journeyed to Tobago to join the celebration. He fondly remembered the relationship he too shared with blacks, describing him as the greatest.
Any event, anyway, anytime. And for me personally, it's a great loss for Trinidad and Tobago and the nation.
Prime Minister of Jamaica Andrew Holness has staunchly defended his government's decision to put up Foreign Affairs Minister Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith for the post of Commonwealth Secretary General in the face of scepticism and dissonance on the issue amongst the leadership of the Caribbean Community CARICOM. On Tuesday, he indicated in the House of Representatives that the government will not engage in any public sparring with those who oppose the move. He insisted that if there are disagreements, concerns by our brothers and sisters in CARICOM, Jamaica will not engage in any other means of addressing those other than through the established protocols of the meeting of heads. He said Jamaica will conduct a dignified campaign. Prime Minister of Antigua and Barbuda, Gaston Brown, had categorized the move as a monumental error and said that he hoped the matter would be resolved amicably. He said the region has a moral obligation to support the incumbent Baroness Patricia Scotland. The Antiguan Prime Minister said Jamaica's decision to break the CARICOM consensus by presenting Johnson-Smith as a candidate would only serve to divide the region. CARICOM heads were scheduled to meet today to discuss the issue. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves has given St. Vincent and the Grenadines a passing grade for its management of the 2021 explosive eruption of La Soufrière volcano. Speaking at the launch of Volcano Awareness Month, Prime Minister Gonsalves said there were areas of the disaster management where improvements could be made. Comparing the eruption to other disasters that affected the United States and countries in Africa, Prime Minister Gonsalves said SVG showed true community spirit. More from SVG News.
St. Vincent and the Grenadines. We were such good Samaritans. The churches opened their doors. We have to, when sometimes we beat up on ourselves, we have to look at the things, the strengths among us, and how we work together to pull out of that difficult period.
PM Gonsalves said SVG should be commended for mounting a massive evacuation of 20,000 persons from the danger zones, which did not result in any injuries or loss of life.
We had a volcanic eruption, which was more serious than the one in 1902. In fact, on the so-called explosivity scale, and you compare it in hurricane terms, this would have been a category 5. as distinct from one between 3 and 4 in 1902. Yet, we moved 20,000 persons. No one got injured, no one died.
The United Nations will hold a vote in New York on Thursday on whether to expel Russia from its Human Rights Council. Yesterday, the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky told a UN meeting that the Kremlin's troops had killed Ukrainians for pleasure. The Russian ambassador denied accusations of war crimes by his country. The council is formed of 47 member states and works to promote and protect human rights around the world. The proposal to kick out Russia, made by the US and the UK, would need the support of 2/3 of the UN's 193 members to be passed on Thursday. An earlier UN resolution to denounce the Russian invasion of Ukraine met the approval of 141 countries last month. Clifton James, MTV Regional Roundup.
You're watching the evening edition of news here on MTV. We'll be back after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
I've been a member of the Ariza Credit Union since 2016, and honestly I joined to come out of poverty. What I love most about Ariza Credit Union is their support in helping us as members to save. I was in the credit union like a little under a month. The sewing machine that I had went bad and I was in desperate need of, purchasing another. I simply went to speak to my loan officer. I wanted to know details of how to go forward. How do I become qualified to get a loan? And the next thing I knew, she said, how much money do you need? And at that time I needed $7.99. And she said, I'll loan you the money. And from there I purchased the sewing machine, and this is the result. As a young person, we all have those little achievements in the back of our mind that seem so far-reaching. What Ariza encourages us to do is to save. I'm really happy, honestly.
Your sporting highlights are next.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day, with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet, and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Announcing a wide range of gifts and clothing just in time for Easter. Come on down, check out Q Babies. From newborns to 14-year-olds. Buy one, get one free on selected items. 50% discount on children's shoes. Q Baby, located at the corner of Young and Scott Street, St. George's. We stock cribs, playpens, strollers, and a whole lot more. Q Baby, making Easter special. Your one-stop shop, just in time for Easter.
Glam out in the best names and designer frames with Quartz Optical. Buy one stylish frame and get 50% off your second pair. Sport your favorite Armani, Converse, Vogue, and many more frames for less. Get an additional 10% off and pay nothing for 30 days when you pay with Ready Finance. Book your free eye examination appointment online today on www.quartzoptical.com. Don't miss the opportunity to glam out. Only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Offer available while stocks last. Special conditions apply.
How did you get your electricity bill to be so low?
For one, we size our transformers just for what we need, and we unplug transformers, chargers, and other devices when they're not in use. We also replaced our light bulbs with LED. I even replaced the seal on my refrigerator door to keep the cold air in.
How do you know if it is working?
We pay attention to the usage history table. Over time, our average usage has decreased.
Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Holy Natural Spring Water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest bottled water.
Coming up in sports, Grenadians making moves in inter-secondary schools sports championships in Jamaica.
Man. My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. And when I travel, I book with CaribJet.
Call CaribJet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 10 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. CaribJet, True Blue St. George's, the number one for travel.
Donella Hostin has this evening's sporting highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. Grenadian athletes are doing well in their respective events in the Jamaica National Championship Meet Games at the National Stadium in Kingston, Jamaica. Jamara Patterson is into the final of the Class 2 girls 400 meters at the Boys and Girls Champs. Jaden Tika goes into the final of the boys javelin throw. And Jamora Alves is into the final of the Class 1 girls shot put at the Boys and Girls Champ. The annual showcase of Jamaican high school track and field, the Boys and Girls Championships, began yesterday and will end on the 9th. Many of the nation's best under-20 athletes will be on show. Jamaica College and Edwin Allen High School enter as defending boys and girls teams. The 2022 Hero Caribbean Premier League, CPL, gets underway on August 30th. And the 6 teams have confirmed their pre-draft retentions and signings of local players for the season's event. The players are expected to arrive in the Caribbean by August 23rd. There were 2 pre-draft windows for the 2022 season. In the first window, each team could retain up to 5 Caribbean players with a maximum of 2 from the top 5 salary spots. In the second window, teams were then allowed to sign 2 more local players. These could be new signings from those who were not retained by other teams or players who appeared for that team in a previous season. Grenadian cricketer Andre Fletcher has been signed in the pre-draft for St. Kitts Patriots. West Indies white ball captain Kieran Pollard has been snapped up by London Spirit as their number 1 pick for the second edition of the 100 starting in August. The 34-year-old is one of 4 former current West Indies stars selected at the top price of £125,000 British pounds, with all-rounder Andrew Russell headed to the Manchester Originals, off-spinner Sunil Narain returning to Oval Invincibles, and retired 2020 star Dwayne Bravo picked up by Northern Superchargers. However, there are fears Pollard might miss the majority of the August 3rd to September 3rd campaign due to international commitments and Caribbean Premier League obligations. A big-hitting right-hander who bowls deceptive slow medium, Pollard has played 123 one-day internationals and nearly 600 T20 games across the international and franchise fair. Head coach Courtney Walsh has praised the tenacity shown by West Indies women at the just concluded ICC Women's World Cup and believes reaching the semi-finals was a major achievement by the Caribbean side. West Indies entered the tournament as underdogs but still managed to progress to the final 4 before being knocked out last week by eventual champions Australia women. Heavily favoured nations like India women and hosts New Zealand failed to make the grade after finishing 5th and 6th respectively following a competitive group stage. I am particularly pleased that we made it to the semi-finals. I think coming here, if anyone had said we would have made it to that stage, I'd have taken that, the legendary former speedster said. The girls showed a lot of fight to get us into the semi-finals, so I am particularly pleased about that. And that's it for this evening's sports. I am Donella Hostin.
That's it for sports, the weather, and a recap of the headlines when we come back.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
Good Wednesday evening, viewers, and once again with the nighttime weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. After a sunny start to the day, showers developed throughout the afternoon, and we were expecting those showers as we are tracking that area of low-level moisture that was approaching islands. The northern islands, however, enjoyed brilliant sunshine throughout most, if not all, of the day. Still looking at Atlantic, a very, very slight haze continuing to dip to the south, so we're enjoying some beautiful clear skies for the time being. Closer look shows that area of cloudiness to the east continuing to move towards the islands and bringing more showers. Most of it, however, to the south over Trinidad, but we're going to see showers, much welcome showers tonight. The forecast for Wednesday night is for early showers because most of the showers will occur during the earlier part of the night. Then it will improve as the night wears on. The winds will be northeasterly between 12 and 22 miles per hour. Minimum temperature again around 23. The moon is up. It will set at 11:01 tonight and rise tomorrow morning at 10:37. Fair conditions would dominate on Thursday, but that's after the chance of some pre-dawn showers. A bit of cloudiness in the morning that will dissipate maybe from mid-morning into the afternoon. Winds remain east-northeasterly between 14 and 24 miles per hour. Sea still choppy. Exercise caution if you have to venture far from port because waves will be in the range of 6 to 8 feet. The sun is going to rise at a minute to 6 and set at 18 minutes past 6. Maximum temperature will still climb to 34 by afternoon and it will continue to feel again like 38. Some morning showers in Port of Spain, clearing into the afternoon. Generally fair in Bridgetown and lots of sunshine in Kingston. Afternoon showers in Miami, rain in New York and partly cloudy for London. Fair conditions again on Friday. A slight increase in cloudiness on Saturday and Sunday, but conditions would become fair again from Monday through the rest of the week. That's it for me for Wednesday night, folks. Have yourself a great night. Remember, you can join me right here on Thursday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Now to end a recap of the headlines, the fiancé of one of the missing boat crew pleads with the authorities to hasten the recovery process. Spotlight Initiative joins the Caribbean Employers Confederation and the Caribbean Congress of Labour to address gender-based violence in the workplace. Spice Mass Corporation rolls out Plan B for Carnival 2022. And in sports, Grenadians making moves in inter-secondary school sports championships in Jamaica. On behalf of the news and production departments, I am Tonya St. Louis Lawrence, thanking you for watching.
COVID-19 spreads from person to person through the droplets that are produced when someone coughs or sneezes, which makes it easy to spread between people in close contact. Now let's get prepared to stay healthy. To reduce your chance of catching or spreading COVID-19, practice these simple everyday preventative measures. Droplets can also land on surfaces, so ensure that you wash your hands frequently for a minimum of 20 seconds or sing the happy birthday song twice. Avoid touching your face, especially your eyes, nose, and mouth. If soap and water are not readily available, use an alcohol-based hand sanitizer with an alcohol content between 60 and 90%. 70% is ideal. When you cough or sneeze, cover your nose and mouth with a flexed elbow or a tissue. Dispose of the tissue immediately and then wash your hands. If you notice someone has a fever and cough or other symptoms of respiratory illness, avoid close contact when possible. Let's all do our part to ensure that each and every Grenadian remains healthy. Our health is our collective responsibility.
We are everywhere. Magic 88.9.
Hello. Hi. Don't you dare touch the dial. Magic 88.9 FM.
Magic 88.9.
Magic FM in Guam.
Oh yeah, great news. And that's great news for the whole of Grenada. I just walked the whole island with Liquor Radio and I pick up Magic FM 88.9 right from the island. And that's not all, you know. You could get MTV on channel 18 on cable and channel 10 on Green Dot.
But wait, you can also get MTV on channel 9 and 10 with just your regular TV with your rabbit's antenna.
So you mean I could get MTV anywhere in Grenada with all cable or Green Dot?
Yes, MTV extend the reach through the whole island.
Magic 88.9.
It's a sound that's everlasting.
a winner. You a winner. We are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch ticket for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 evening draw for today, Wednesday, April 6th, 2022. I am Nisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Priscilla Barry from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner, and the game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. This time, your tickets at hand. It's Daily Pick 3. It pays to play. Good luck. First over this evening is check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 3. Second number. Second number is 4. Third and final number. Final number is 8. Let's recap those numbers. It was on the screen. Check your tickets. First number is 3. The second, 4. Third and final is 8. So that's 3, 4, and 8. Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned at the Daily Cash Flow drop next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes, twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Daily Cash 4 evening draw for today, Wednesday, April 6th, 2022. I am Nisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Priscilla Barry from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in no way tampered with. This time, your tickets at hand. It's Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Let's find out what this evening's winning numbers will be. Good luck. First over this evening is check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 6. Second number. Second number is 3. Third number. Third number is 8. Fourth and final number. Final number is 0. Let's recap those numbers. It was on the screen. Check your tickets. First number is 6. The second, 3. Third, 8. Fourth and final is 0. So that's 6, 3, 8, and 0. Congratulations, all winners. Stay tuned at your play with you up next. We'll see you soon.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Welcome back, everyone, to another Playway Evening Draw for today, Wednesday, April 6th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me again is Ms. Priscilla Barry from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in a fair, accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in a way stamped with. Let's play Playway, value your dreams, win your way. Good luck. This evening's winning player number is, check your tickets. This evening's winning player number is 11. Let's recap the number, 1111. 11 represents the dream symbol snake. Congratulations to all the winners of this evening's Playway draw. Tune in later on for the lotto draw. This evening we're playing for a jackpot of $132,000. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada, imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch in stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
A pleasant evening to everyone. Welcome to the National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Draw number 3346 for today, Wednesday, April 6th, 2022. I am Anisha Charles. With me this evening is Ms. Priscilla Barry from PKF Accountants and Business Advisors, whose purpose is to ensure that this show is conducted in an accountable manner. The game balls with industry standards and in no way stamped with. This time, your tickets at hand because we are about to play for a jackpot of $132,000. But first, your free ticket letter. Good luck. This evening's free ticket letter is L as in lucky. Let's proceed for 5 winning numbers. Good luck. First of this evening is, check your tickets in the meantime. First number is 5, second number. Second number is 33, third number up. Third number is 22, followed by 3, fifth and final number. Final number is 10. Let's recap those numbers. Numbers on the screen. Check your tickets. First number up is 5. The second, 33. Third, 22, followed by 3. Fifth and final is 10. So that's 055, 33, 33, 22, 22, 033, and 1010. Your free ticket letter for this evening is L as in lucky. Congratulations to all the winners of this evening's Lotto draw. Lotto, play and win a lot. When you play all the games of the National Lotteries Authority, supports sports, culture, and nation building. Thanks for joining us. Have a wonderful evening.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Velma Ada Murray of Monterey St. Patrick, who resided at Grenville Street, St. George, passed away on Friday, 4th March, at the age of 71. She was the mother of Joyce Murray Allen, also known as Verna in the USA, Jerry Murray, Nigel Murray, and Louise Murray, grandmother of Brandon Murray, Kenny Allen, and Kai Murray in the USA, Danielle Patris, Shimron Millett, Shanika Regis, and Lamont Murray, sister of Patricia Belgrave, Stafford Murray, Michael Murray, Glenna Evans in Trinidad, Yolande Ledlow, Terrence Ruby, and Ricky Murray, mother-in-law of Isona Regis, and Rodnisha Joseph Murray, aunt of 23 including Paul Belgrave, Josanne Murray, Rhea Murray, Nola Murray, Shannon and Shakima Ledlow, Nadine Paul and Jarrell Murray, grand aunt of 43, niece of Priscilla Smart, Osbert Charles and Pat Lynn, sister-in-law of Bobby Lynn Murray, Joseph Ledlow, Yvonne Murray, Anthony Evans, numerous cousins, other relatives and friends including Merlin David in the USA, Edward and Meryl Lord, Mr. and Mrs. Allen in the USA, the Smart, Julian, Murray and Mongo families, Cindy Phillip, Pansy Barito, Maggie Pearl, Daphne, Anne Merriman, Peggy, Juliet Ducoto, staff of GCNA, friends and neighbors of Monterey St. Patrick, and Grenville Street, St. George. The funeral service of the late Velma Ada Murray of Monterey St. Patrick, who resided at Grenville Street, St. George, will take place on Thursday, 7th April at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Seventh-day Adventist Church, Archibald Avenue, St. George's, and entombment will be at the St. George's Center Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to LaCour Brothers Funeral Home.
Sebastian Francis Richardson, also known as Sibo, of Tivoli St. Andrew, a well-known farmer, passed away on Monday, 14th March 2022, at the age of 62. He was the father of 5, Kester, Tessa in Canada, Alona residing in Trinidad, Jamal and Shebi. 6 brothers including Augustine residing in the USA and Lawson residing in Canada. 5 sisters including Ennis, Jocelyn residing in the USA and Teresa residing in Canada. Grandfather of 6, Norrell, Jonathan, Carlton, Janaya, Shiloh and Kimora. Great-grandfather of 2, son-in-law of John. Uncle of many including Reginald and Evans residing in the United Kingdom, Perlin, Alwyn, Kendall and Lynthia residing in the USA, Claudette residing in Canada, Garvin, Kelly, Enzo, Agnes, Jerry, Royan, Patricia, Rasta Sweet, Lean Wall and Kelson. Other relatives and friends including the Richardson family of Montrich, the Mann family of Chantimel, and close friends of Tivoli, La Poterie and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Sebastian Francis Richardson, also known as Sibo of Tivoli St. Andrew, will take place on Thursday, April 7th at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Tivoli Roman Catholic Church, and interment will be at the Tivoli Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. George Ferguson, also known as Kester and Reed of Shantimel St. Patrick, former principal of the Shantimel RC School, passed away on Sunday, March 13th, 2022, at the age of 73. He is survived by his children Kels and Jenna Ferguson in Grenada and Desna Ferguson in the USA, adopted daughter Hazel Ann, close and dear friend Evis Logie, grandchildren Omari and Yuri Ferguson in Grenada and Shia Ferguson in the USA, brothers Andrew and Adrian Frame, Norman and Charles Ferguson in Grenada, Desmond in the USA, and Bruce Ferguson in Scotland, sisters Christine Mukram in Grenada and Jocelyn in Trinidad, nieces and nephews Neil Ferguson, Barney, Avina, Sean, Charlene, Tamara, Tamar, Rondell, Vandel, Akeem, Corporal Nigel Hutchinson, Chanel and Rachel. Other relatives and friends including Jim Alexander, Dr. Kellen Belfon, Ricky Barry, Terran Phillip in England, Marcus and Clinton Bailey, the Frame, Batiste, Logie and Ferguson families, the Dupre family of Grove, past teachers and students of the Shantimel RC School and Grand Roy Government School, and friends of Shantimel, Sataz, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late George Ferguson, also known as Kester and Reed, of Shantimel St. Patrick, will take place on Thursday, April 7th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the St. Patrick RC Church, and interment will be at the Marley Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Teresa Smith, also known as Farmo of Telescope St. Andrew, passed away on Thursday, 17th March 2022, at the age of 84. She was the mother of Alban Joseph, Greta Joseph, and Claudia Marichaux, adopted mother of Andrew Hastick, sister of Anne Richardson, also known as Annis, grandmother of Wayne Marichaux, Adrian Marichaux, Glendon Joseph, Junior Joseph, and Garrick John, sister-in-law of Claudius Richardson, aunt of many including Cynthia MacDonald, Una Williams, Claudette, Lindy Ann, Thomas, Martin, and Desmond, cousin of Raymond Phillip, Mary Clark, and Crystalline Dallow Joseph. Many other relatives and close friends, including Juliana Fletcher and family, Nellis Charles of Nunparel, Eva of Grandbra, the Pear family of Paraclete, the Joseph family of Tivoli, the Smith family of Carrier, Anastasia Marcel and family, the Hastick family, Theodora Frederick, Mercy Decoto and family, parishioners of St. Andrew the Apostle RC Church Grenville, and friends and neighbours of Telescope and Carrier St. Andrew. The funeral of the late Teresa Smith, also known as Farmo, of Telescope St. Andrew, will take place on Thursday, April 7th at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at St. Andrew the Apostle RC Church Grenville, and interment will be at the Tivoli Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Leonard Abraham Gludd, also known as Tarway, of Bellevue St. David, passed away on Saturday, 19th March 2022, at the age of 68. He was the brother of Phyllis Cador, Lucy Lett, and Shirley George, brother-in-law of Carlton Cador, uncle of many including Jenny George, Michelle Macmillan, Betty George, Ruby Lett, Anne-Marie and Donalyn Gludd, Irvin, Sherman and Patrick George, Emile and Carly Cador, Richard and Norman Gludd, nephew of Ossie Macmillan and Agnes George. Many cousins, other relatives and friends including Veron Andrew, Maureen Gludd, Michael Lewis, the Huggins and Latouche families of Pomerose, Mrs. Sheila Telesford, Jude Francis, the boys at Teacher Mary's and Michael Shop, past members of Jar Jar Children, Alban Sodalet, John Chancey Gilbert, and friends and neighbours of Bellevue, Apretut, Thebaid, and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Leonard Abraham Gludd, also known as Tarware of Bellevue St. David, will take place on Friday, April 8th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Immaculate Conception and St. Joseph St. David, and interment will be at the St. David's Catholic Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Bertrand Joseph Primus of Topple Carriacou passed away on Thursday, 17th March 2022, at the age of 73. He was the father of Mary McFarlane, also known as Annie, Carlson and Treason Primus, grandfather of Alicia, Alston and Nadia Edwards and Alison Primus, great-grandfather of Antoine, Igeson and A.J. Edwards, brother of Dorothy Marsh, father-in-law of Alfred McFarlane and Melita Wilson Primus, uncle of many in England, Grenada and Carriacou, close friend of many in the United Kingdom, Grenada and Carriacou. Close relatives and friends the Primus, Edwards and Duncan families, Margaret, Steve and Michael, Margaret de Bellet and family, Lorna Monkrose and family, and neighbours of Tophill and Bunkroyal Carriacou and surrounding areas, too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Bertrand Joseph Primus of Tophill Carriacou will take place on Friday, April 8th at 2 p.m. at the St. Patrick's Roman Catholic Church, Hillsborough, Carriacou, and interment will be at the Brunswick Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Ambrose Emmanuel Sylvester, also known as Boulet of Molyneux St. George, passed away on Wednesday, 23rd March 2022, at the age of 96. He was the grandfather of Jeremiah Harris and Charlene Harris, great-grandfather of Tasheen, Michael, Keturah, Rachel, Jeremiah and Nehemiah Harris, Shanna and Noriah West, Elijah Harris, Shemaiah and Shemuel Harris, Micaiah Harris and Jeremiah Crowder, great-great-grandfather of Micaiah and Micah Harris, special cousin Rhonda Sylvester. Other relatives and friends including the Harris, Lewis, Nicholas and Sylvester families, Makeda Hines, and friends and neighbours of Molyneux and surrounding areas. The body of the late Ambrose Emmanuel Sylvester, also known as Boulet of Molyneux St. George, will be cremated. A memorial service will be held at the Garden of Remembrance Funeral Chapel, Cemetery Hill, St. George's on Tuesday, April 12th at 1 p.m. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Lucy James Smith, also known as Mildred Smith, of Boca St. George, died on Thursday, 24th March 2022, at the age of 77. Left to mourn are her 9 children, Mrs. Rosalind Francis, Pamela Antwine, Daniel, Darren, Eric, Alice Ann and Gillian Smith in Grenada, Jacintha and Yolande Smith in the USA. Son-in-law Junior Francis. 19 grandchildren including Marlon, Crystal and Quasi Francis, Alicia, Codell, Jaden, Giuliani and Ashley Smith, Michelle Otley, Reggie, Darren and Akita McSweet. 8 great-grandchildren. Sisters Mary Weeks and Elizabeth Smith. Brother Alexander Smith. Brother-in-law John Smith. Sister-in-law Maria Smith. Many nieces and nephews including Maria Bennett, Brenda Lee Antwine, Uriel Smith, Helen, Derek, Eric and Little J. Other relatives and friends including Cousin Maud, Ethelyn Frederick, Agneta Modeste, Merlin Redhead, Virginia Joseph, Catherine Jones, Barbara, Elma, Sheriel, Bernard and Carlton James, Jocelyn Daniel, Sandra Paul, Paula Smith, Mr. Willard, Linda Batiste and Bernadette Wilson, the Smith, Weeks, Noel, Antwine, Raymond and Julian families of Boca, the James, Cador and Antwine families of Lamode, the pastors and members of the Boca New Testament Church of God, and friends and neighbors of Boca, Lamode and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Lucy James Smith, also known as Mildred Smith, of Boca St. George, will take place on April 12th at 1 p.m. at the Boca New Testament Church of God, and interment will be at the family cemetery Sanko, Boca. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Matilda Roberts, also known as Sybil and Pitty, of New Hampshire St. George, passed away on Sunday, 13th March 2022, at the age of 81. Left to mourn are her 8 children, Marion, Cheryl, Donamy, Dominic, Vanessa, Danny, Odette, and Michael. Brothers Augustine Telesford, also known as Baldhead, Clifton, Lee Hunt, also known as Saga, and Christopher. Sisters Catherine, also known as Yvette, Agatha, also known as Molly, Joyce, and Janet. Daughter-in-law Dr. Roxanne Roberts. Son-in-law Roger Roussel. Many grandchildren including Carl, Cornell, Rondell, Tramel, Kishel, Jewel, Patrick, Jeremy, and Tyree. Several great-grands including Jordan, Imara, Winter, and Ethan. Other nieces and nephews, relatives and friends including Carol, Miss Gloria, Edwin Booker, Therese, the Telesford, Roberts, and McPhee families of New Hampshire, the Woodruff families of Grandmole and Happy Hill, and neighbors and friends of New Hampshire and surrounding areas. The funeral service for the late Matilda Roberts, also known as Sybil and Pitty, of New Hampshire St. George, will take place on Wednesday, April 13th at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the New Hampshire Methodist Church, and interment will be at the Family Cemetery, New Hampshire. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Stephen Noel Joseph, also known as Totin, of Leicester, who resided at Dover Carriacou, passed away on Wednesday, 23rd March 2022, at the age of 57. He was the father of Nakisha, Nathaniel, Akim, Shakima, Thorn, Kishon, Kishera, Shanique, and Keziah. Grandfather of 5. Close companion of Hazel Ann McGilvery. Brother of Lyris Felix, Eflin and Stephanie Joseph, Karina John, Steve and June Morris. Nephew of Elsie Alexis, Adele Joseph, Catherine Bartholomew, Diana Augustine, Margaret Polydor, Marianna Lewis, Laura Collins, Theo Rubens, Joseph, Otley, Raymond and Godwin John, Winston, Conrad, Nathan and Martin Lewis. Brother-in-law of Bernard Joseph and Godson Collins. Uncle of 26, including Gina George, Marcus, Bonnie, Janin, Che and Farry Joseph, Marsha, Trisha, Makiba, Dana and Kerry. Close cousin of Jackie and Leftis Matheson and Ken Joseph. Close friends, Dr. Tyron Davis, Donnellan, Lebon John, Lynette Gay, Mummy Joy, Randy Compton, Jeff Placid, Mr. Dixon, Joe and Elaine, and Miranda Derrick and family. Other relatives and friends including the Joseph, Bartholomew, John and Lewis families, the staff of Vina Bullins and Sons Limited, and friends and neighbors of Dover, Leicester and surrounding areas too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Stephen Noel Joseph, also known as Totin, of Leicester, who resided at Dover Carriacou, will take place on Wednesday, 13th April at 2 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Leicester Roman Catholic Church, and interment will be at the Family Cemetery, Leicester Carriacou. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Paul Joseph, also known as Preacher, of Cemetery Hill St. George's, passed away on Thursday, 17th March 2022, at the age of 73. He was the husband of Vera Joseph, father of Sammy in the USA, Hazel, Wayne Hall in Canada, Simon Douglas, ASP, Natalie Douglas, Susie Whiteman, Kelroy, Titus, Timothy, Micah, and Skeeter Joseph. Grandfather of 21. Great-grandfather of 2, brother of Martha, Evelyn in England, Mary and Naomi, Theophilus and Rufus in the USA. Many nieces and nephews. Many other relatives and friends including the Joseph family of Mardi Gras in the USA and England, the Douglas family of Windsor Forest, the Mitchell family of Waltham St. Mark and in Canada, the Louiseau family of Grenville Vale, the Murray family of Grand Roy, the Alexander family of Mardi Gras, the Frederick family of St. John, Wester Hall and in Canada, the Hall family in Canada, the Fortune, Victor, Alexander, Morast, Braffett and Francis families, vendors of the St. George's Market, the Congregation of Jehovah's Witnesses, and friends and neighbors of River Road, Cemetery Hill, Mardi Gras and surrounding areas. The funeral of the late Paul Joseph, also known as Preacher, of Cemetery Hill, St. George's, will take place on Thursday, 14th April at 1 p.m. Funeral service will be held at the Garden of Remembrance Funeral Chapel, Cemetery Hill, St. George's, according to Jehovah's Witnesses' rites, and interment will be at the Wilberforce Cemetery. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. John David Narayan, also known as John D., of Bel Air, who resided at Paradise St. Andrew, passed away on Tuesday, April 5th, 2022, at the age of 85. The funeral arrangements for the late John David Narayan, also known as John Day of Bel Air, who resided at Paradise St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anthony James, also known as Bang Bang, of Content St. David, died on Tuesday, April 5th, 2022, at the age of 83. The funeral arrangements for the late Anthony James, also known as Bang Bang, of Content St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Cynthia Caliste of Coast Guard St. Mark died on March 31st, 2022, at the age of 91. The funeral arrangements for the late Cynthia Caliste of Coast Guard St. Mark will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Paula Matthew of Fontenoy St. George passed away on Wednesday, March 30th, 2022, at the age of 85. The funeral arrangements for the late Paula Matthew of Fontenoy St. George will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anne Maria Wilson, also known as Joyce, and Miss Romaine of Mon Repos, Providence St. David, who resided at Brooklyn Concord St. John, passed away on Saturday, 2nd April 2022, at the age of 85. The funeral arrangements for the late Anne Maria Wilson of Mon Repos, Providence St. David, who resided at Brooklyn Concord St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Raymond Toussaint, also known as Tuss, of Pearl St. Andrew, who resided in Westerhall St. David, passed away on Monday, 28 March, at the age of 58. The funeral arrangements for the late Raymond Toussaint, also known as Tuss, of Pearl St. Andrew, who resided in Westerhall St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home.
Lucille Maxime, also known as Alcina Chase, of Grand Anse St. George, died on Wednesday, 23rd March 2022, at the age of 82. The funeral arrangements for the late Lucille Maxime, also known as Alcina Chase of Grand Anse St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Carlisle James, also known as Black Boy and Baggy, of Beaulieu St. George, died on Tuesday, 22nd March 2022, at the age of 69. The funeral arrangements for the late Carlisle James, also known as Black Boy and Baggy, of Beaulieu St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Daphne Joseph, also known as Dati, of Latente St. David, passed away on Wednesday, 16th March 2022, at the age of 87. The funeral arrangements for the late Daphne Joseph, also known as Dati, of Latente St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Edward Mordred Roberts, also known as E.M. Roberts, of Belmont St. George, died on Saturday, 19th March 2022, at the age of 86. The funeral arrangements for the late Edward Mordred Roberts, also known as E.M. Roberts of Belmont St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Teresa Cummings, also known as Carmen, of Beaulieu St. George, passed away on Saturday 19th March 2022 at the age of 81. The funeral arrangements for the late Teresa Cummings, also known as Carmen, of Beaulieu St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Agnes Barry, also known as Loyola, of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided in the USA, passed away on Saturday 12th March 2022 in Canada at the age of 77. The funeral arrangements for the late Agnes Barry, also known as Loyola, of La Fortune St. Patrick, who resided in the USA, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Anita Blackett, also known as Mama Nita, of Pedmotar St. David, passed away in Trinidad at the age of 89. The funeral arrangements for the late Anita Blackett, also known as Mama Nita of Pedmotar St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Monica Cynthia Knight Martin, affectionately known as Monix, of Montmort St. George, passed away on Sunday 6th March 2022 at the age of 87. The funeral arrangements for the late Monica Cynthia Knight Martin, affectionately known as Monix of Montmort St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Joseph Peterson of Chantemelle St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, passed away on Friday 25th February in the UK at the age of 87. The funeral arrangement of the late Joseph Peterson of Chantemelle St. Patrick, who resided in the United Kingdom, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. In love and memory of Peter Alexander, also known as Sir Pete of Birchgrove St. Andrew, who departed this life on 31st March 2020 at the age of 85. Remembered daily by his children Adolphus Daniel, Anselm, Alina, and Anita. Grandchildren Andia, Andre, Antoine, Tony, Tyrone, Mikali, Jakia, Jabari, Lyndon, Laurie, and Lavon. Family and friends, we knew so little that morning that God will call your name. In life we loved you dearly, in death we do the same. It broke our hearts to lose you. You did not go alone, for a part of us went with you the day God called you home. You left us beautiful memories, your love is still our guide. And though we cannot see you, you are always by our side. Our family chain is broken, and nothing seems the same. But as God calls us one by one, the chain will link again. Rest in peace.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
The pain and agony of losing someone is never easy. Within your own mind and heart, there is a deep pain, agony that no one can fill. Within you see yourself painfully accepting the fact that you have lost someone you love. But this is what the Word of God said in the book of Psalms 121. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills from whence cometh my help.